Well, it's that time of the night again. Hi, everybody out there in Facebook land. How are you doing tonight? I'm great. I would like to just mention now that this will be the last one for this year. And then, because next week is Christmas week. And the week after that is my mom's turning 90. Holy carumbas. So my brother will be in town and it's just going to be crazy. And then, of course, the week after that, I'll be back with something fun and new out of our new catalog. So, we're going to make 2 cards tonight, and the moms are only going to make 1 because they only cut things out. But I wanted to show you, if you remember last week, I showed you what to do with all of that. Oops, let me turn this volume down. What to do with your Designer Series paper, your pretty papers that you have. And now I'm going to show you what you could do with scraps. And sometimes I keep my scraps depending on what the paper looks like, and sometimes I don't. Well, right now with Christmas, I had been saving and hoarding my scraps. So I'm going to show you how to make this card, which is basically a woven paper, which is pretty, in my opinion, pretty cool. It's a little bit more difficult than I had imagined, but I know you guys will do just fine. It's not like hard, but it's just a little bit more. You're going to need more dexterity going on here. So anyway, so this is the card we're going to be making. To make this card, you are going to need a piece of 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 as our base. That's kind of like our normal, usual base. You're also going to need two layers. You're going to need one that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and it's going to leave a little bit teeny tiny border. It's not going to leave as big as we usually have, so just be aware of that. So you're going to need that, and then you're also going to need another layer that's 4 by 5 1/4, and that's the usual what we do for these cards. And if you see, it has got a little bit more of a layer, if you can see white on white, but those are our layers. I went ahead and did my stamping here already. It's going to be a Merry Christmas card, but so that I can arrange the scraps where I would like them. So I went ahead and did that. So here are the base of your card. You're also going to need strips, 5/8 of an inch by 4. You need 3 of those. And if you see, mine are multi-sided, so you're going to have to decide which side you like. And I like this one. So then you're going to need 3 more strips, and these are at 3 inches by 5/8. And again, they're multi-sided, and you get to pick. But again, I like these. I thought I would have enough to have 6 different patterns, but it looks like I really don't like that brown one. So I decided we're going to have 2 peppermint strips on here. So let's see, is anybody watching right now? I see that I have my mom and Nana. Hi, Betty. Hi, Kitty. I have Tom, which is me right now. Let me see how I see again. How do I do those captions? Let's see. Oh, it says comments on. If you're here, say hi. Oh, Connie. Hi, Connie. Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. And thank you very much for joining in tonight. Again, like I said, this is going to be a little bit more of a putsy card. So I'm going to put aside, and here it is again. I'm going to put aside my base card and I'm going to keep my layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the white layer, put glue on the back, and I'm going to glue it onto my red layer. So I personally like the Tombow multi-glue, and I know that this one is free-flowing because I just opened it a day or 2 ago. I think I've been having issues because my bottles, I keep opening bottles and then it gets all dried up in here, so I have to take them out and soak them to clean them out, and haven't done that. I have been, I don't know, busy. As my mom says, I'm busy, busy, busy. I don't know what I do all day, but I certainly am busy. Don't you say that, Ma? Yeah, okay. So here we have our base right here. The next thing is what you want to do is you want to set your strips up in a pleasing manner that you like. And I think I like mine like this. And then your other strips are going to go the other way. So you want to set them up in a way that you like. I'm going to put the stripes on there. Basically, I'll move those up here because we won't need them. Okay. When I did this card, if you notice along the top, I staggered them. The artist who did this is Countryside Crafts or something in Australia, and she didn't remember who she saw it from, but she liked the offset. Tonight with these, I'm going to keep them nice and even along the top. So what I want you to do is take a little bit, and I'm using tape for this, put a little bit of adhesive at the top of each of these strips. And then the middle piece that you want, you're going to center it a little bit at the top from the top. There you go. And I'm eyeballing it so that it's like this. There we go. And then you just press it down a little bit so it doesn't move, but you still have it free flowing because we're going to be doing some weaving. The next you're going to do is take right or left, your choice. And with the adhesive up here, you're going to put it almost right next to the middle strip. There you go. And Kim Nolan. Hi, Kim. How are you doing tonight? Merry Christmas to you. And Connie and Kim, what I mentioned before, I don't know if you were on or not because I didn't look. This is going to be my last one for the year, and then I'll restart up in January with new fun stuff to do. So, besides, it's going to be Christmas. Okay, so here we have your 3 strips with the bottoms free, and the next you're going to weave. And again, I'm going to put a little bit of glue. This time, well, not glue, this is adhesive. This is Tombow, but Tombow Stampin' Up! Snail, but they don't sell that anymore, but I still have some. Okay, and I like them like this. So the first one I'm going to do is going to go under the right, over the middle, and then under the left. And I'm going to play, oops, maybe you should, nah, we're not going to do that. You're going to push this so that you have even side here to the even side here. There we go. And if this was a different paper, it would look better, but the end will still be a stunning end. So again, here's my glue. This one I only have to put underneath my middle one. And I'm gonna hike this up so that it's really close so that this side meets this side. So what was going on? I've been going to the Y with my husband. He does this thing called pickleball, and it's like tennis and ping pong and something else all put together, and it's just crazy. I watched it today for the first time. No, thank you. I never really liked tennis, and we have a ping pong table downstairs, and I usually, maybe I played with it once or 4 times at the most over the 5 years we've had it here. Okay, and then with the third one, you're gonna weave it in here. Well, I was doing I'm old now, a senior class that does, they actually have a chair for you to sit on. And it's stretching and some other muscle type things and stretching. Oh my gosh, it was fun. Look at that card, you guys. Oh my gosh, how fun is that? And since I already stamped, I'm almost done. So what you're gonna do then is take your adhesive that you have, and you're just basically, I'm going back to my mono, basically just gonna squish down. You're gonna glue down. I don't think I got glue over here. You're gonna glue down those ends that you didn't end before. You don't need a whole lot of glue for this. You don't really need, well, you could put embellishments. I'm gonna put some glue here. I'm gonna, hey, give me a stamp up there if you're doing good, because I don't want to move on to the next card until you guys are finished. So here we have here's our card. If you want to right now, if you're ready to go, you can then glue this onto your base card. What I'm going to do is run and get some rhinestones or something pretty to put on here, because I don't think everybody's here. Or maybe you are. Hold on a second. I'm never always here, but I cleaned up in my basement today, so I know where everything is. So, story. So I bought these rhinestones at the beginning of the season, and I used 5. It's like, oh my gosh, they're like perfect for Christmas. So I'm gonna take these out, and I'm gonna take a couple out and put them on. Real Red is gonna be great for Valentine's Day too. That didn't work. I think with all the tools that Stampin' Up! Sells that I would at least have one on hand. I'm going to put more than 3. I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one here. I'm not going to put even because they say uneven is the best way to go. I might even just put one on here. Right in the middle of that sweetheart peppermint. So what is your favorite kind of... Here, we'll do a little interacting here. What is your favorite Christmas candy or Christmas cookie? What's your favorite Christmas cookie? I think that I can tell you my husband's is the peanut butter blossoms, you know, the peanut butter cookies, and then you put the chocolate kiss in the middle of them. He really likes those. So my favorite, I think is... Boy, you know, that's a really hard question. Because I like them all. I think, have you ever had when they take a Ritz cracker, 2 Ritz crackers, they put peanut butter in the middle of them and they make a sandwich, and they dip that whole thing in like a melted chocolate, and then that's like, oh, that is really good. And another one I really like are Russian tea cakes, and you make them with walnuts or pecans, and then you make balls and cook them, and then you roll them in powdered sugar. There we go. That's not so bad. How are you guys doing upstairs? Yummy, yummy. What are yours? What do we have here? Kim, Connie, I don't even know. We have a 4th one watching too. That would be Kim. If I don't even know if this is working this time, because we've been having issues with the internet kind of glunking things, or I don't even know the right technical word for it, but where it skips and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this card is one and done, and you can do this really with any scraps. If you don't want to do Christmas scraps, of course I have a lot of those, which is why we did it. Put them all in a bag. I was going to show you. I put them all. See, I have this little thing, 2001 6x6 Christmas, and in here I've got all my Christmas 6x6, not the 12x12, but in here I've got all these scraps, all this paper, and then the scraps I put into this little baggie. So I used all those strips because the 6x6 you cut off 2 inches to make it into a card like I showed you last time, where you cut off 6x6 or 4x6, and then you cut off that inch. And then you have the other, ooh, I can put another one in there. Well, I should do that. So there's this card for now. Oh, Spritz cookies. Ooh, yeah. We are going to make those too, the Spritz ones. I bought a new Spritzerizer gun thing because I had this one where you squeezed it and they're supposed to, and they never turned out. They tasted good, but they looked crappy. So I have a new one that, of course, I bought at a garage sale, that it's like you pull a trigger, and that should work. Do you have any ideas for me, Connie, that would make life a little bit easier? Okay. The next card we're going to make is again using strips, but instead of like 5/8 ones, which is just a little bit more than 1/2 inch, these are 1 inch ones, and you only need 4 strips of those. So let me put out what you need for this. You need a 4x4 square, and because I have this designer series paper, we're going to use that. On this card, I just use cardstock. So, and then I have my 4 strips, And this is gonna really hurt me, you guys. Okay, well anyway, our base card is gonna be 5.5 by 8.5, a normal base that we usually do. Scored at 4 1/4. Put that aside. Then you need a 4 by 4 square, which is here. And then you need 4 strips, 1 by 4. 1 by 4. And 4 of those. And arrange them how you might like them. And this is, like I was saying to you guys, it's going to be really hard for me. And I know people do it, but I'm just not used to it. And that's combining all of these weird colors and things. Let me see which way I like this. Well, that's just going to have to do. Maybe if I put this more on top. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if this is even all the same paper, but it was from leftovers from a card buffet that I did this weekend. And I just said, oh, I'll use these scraps. So this one's not too hard, but again, it's something that you want to do. Betty, the video seems pretty stable tonight. Does everyone agree? So Connie and Kim, do you agree? I think it's just Connie, maybe because she was answering and Kim may not be here right now. But Connie, is it kind of jumping around or is it pretty stable tonight? That'd be great to know because we're trying things all over the place to make it stable. This one took me lining up with the inch side grid. Can you see me? I think you can. Okay, so I'm just gonna guess on here because this is not the inside grid. So basically, again, I glued it up in the corner, and this time I'm going to go all the way to the top to the DSP. Oh, I think, you know, I told you 4 by 4, but it probably should have been 4 1/8 again, so that we got this little border here, and we're not going to have that on this one. Oops. Oopsie. Sorry. Again, we're going to put a little bit of glue on the top. Use up those scraps. We're going to put it right next to this one. There we go. Okay. Oh, not too bad. Again, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this one, and I'm going to put it under one and over the other and figure out about where. This is kind of easier because this will make a square here, right? Should be inch by inch. Inch by inch, row by row, I'm gonna watch my garden grow. That's a Pete Seeger song for all those Pete Seeger fans out there. So, yes, it has been stable, said Connie. Thanks, Connie. I appreciate it. So we're gonna take this again and weave it here. Bring it all the way up. Close it down. Close it down. What I meant is glue it down. And here we have this. I'm going to again glue my ends. I love this Tombow glue, you guys. And I think we had free shipping the other day, last week. And I ordered 3 or 4 bottles of this. It's my favorite glue. I try to get glue dots because I don't know, I'm always using them. And anyway. So here's this. And I should have, like I said, made this square a little bit longer, but I didn't. I do not have any, I don't have any ribbon right here because I wasn't thinking I was going to make this online. But what I'm going to do is take a scrap of my red and I'm going to cut off maybe 1/4 inch of the red paper. And what I'm going to do is just to kind of, I don't know, like this ribbon here, it breaks it up a little bit. So I'm going to put that here. And I think what's going to happen though is, I don't need it at the end there. This is going to be long. I'm going to have to cut it. Let's see. And then I'll just add some jewels. Favorite snizzers. These are not scissors, they're snizzers. It's a combination of a snip and a scissor. Cut that off. And then we'll put some more rhinestones. Yay! I finally am using these. Okay, I think we're gonna put them across the middle like a belt. Kind of like a belt buckle. So, any big plans out there for Christmas? Is anybody going anywhere, or are they hosting big lots of people? We are just having, well, my son is coming up from Chicago. He's been staying with us, but he went back to Chicago for a while. And then my brother from North Carolina is coming up. Because did I mention that my mom is going to be 90 on the 29th? Send her a card, you guys. PM me or email me for the address, because I probably shouldn't say it out loud over the airways. That's crooked. Hey, let's move it over. Kitty Sinatra. Like in Frank. I do have an Uncle Frank, but he's not the Frank. So he's coming up for Christmas and her birthday. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, see what happens? Again, we're using up our paper, you guys. Using the paper is so we don't end up with, look at this. I love that with the little trees in there. This actually was a free pack, wasn't it? From the celebration. Then we're gonna turn this over and fit it in at the top. Like that. Like that. And if I had my stamp, I'd stamp Merry Christmas along the bottom like this one is. So they're, you know, I was saying that I was going to have a little bit of hard time because, well, first of all, pink is not going to be my Christmas, but this and this like light green just was kind of throwing me off. But when you put it together, it's not so bad. People do it all the time, and I have this, like, this is more easy. Like, that is easier to do. I don't know, because the colors really vibe, even though there's 100 different patterns. It used to be I couldn't have a patterned couch because I couldn't put pillows or anything on there because, oh my God, trying to put patterns with patterns. And then people put like, not stripes, well, stripes and plaids and flowers all together. I just never could do that. So here are the cards, that and that. And then we have this one and this one. So Connie says, nothing exciting for her, but when did you want me to pick up your 3 dozen Spritz cookies? I'll have to email you about that. I'd be happy to make you some. 3 dozen? Well, it's okay. Happy birthday to your mom. So hear that, Mom? Happy birthday to you. So thank you guys very much for coming. I know a lot of you don't watch the video now, but they watch it again either on the YouTube channel or I put it up, up on Facebook. And then I try to download it as best I can on YouTube, usually on Tuesday. So I know a lot of you have been watching both, but that's where they are if you ever want to see them again. Again, no class or anything between now and the beginning of January, but I'm going to start doing some more in-class things. I had a person this weekend say, let's play with Brushos again. And I'm like, that would be fun. So we might do that. Also, I'm still intrigued by alcohol and re-inkers and blowing them around on the paper. I would love to do that. And then, what's the other one I really wanted to do? I don't remember. But it's so we're gonna be doing more technique type fun stuff coming this year. Plus, you know, a couple buffets now and then, and featuring some stamp sets in the new catalog. So hope you all have a great Christmas. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Have a good night. Or a good, have a good rest of the year. Bye-bye. See you next year. Connie, thanks for the fun cards. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Seeing you in the fun ideas next year. Bye-bye. Love you all.